Okay folks, this will be a challenging one colour wise. I don't know how it's going to look, whether we're going to enlarge a section to start with or we're going to just move it around as per usual. I do hope I'm doing the right thing. I just did a demo that was really shit, but you know, you get that folks, you do get that. You can't have everything running smooth all the time. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here Cosmopolitan magazine, Cosmo in other words, Cosmopolitan. I'm going to just photocopy that woman's face. That's the part we're mainly focusing on this time, is her face to start with. So we're just going to drop the feeder on it. Okay, yeah, that's a bit too close to the edge. Maybe we can push it up a bit, and maybe, don't know, it does look a bit boring. That's it. Yeah, we've pushed her too far across. Now she's way over there and the writing is there. Not that we normally worry about writing when we're photocopying magazines. I do think we have to move it down a bit, just a bit. Fair amount, but not too much. Yeah, that's a better centering. Not that it really matters because we're going to be making some movement of this piece. Maybe we could blow it up to 400%. Make sure the face is right near the edge. So we're going at 400. 400 is going to be a very, very huge enlargement. So we've got to watch ourselves here. Yeah, that's better. That's almost in the centre. We don't want it right in the centre anyway. It looks shit house that way. So now we're going to use this as a movement piece. Alright, so we're going to set it to 100. We're going to make this, perhaps we're going to make it a negative image to make it more interesting. So we're just going to switch that on. And the background colour, wondering what that's going to be. Going to make it magenta. I'm just going to set this differently, set this up. Okay, out it comes. We're just going to take our magazine. It's probably going to go on the recycle. I don't read that shit. So I'm going to take her face and make it into something interesting. I don't know if it's going to look any good. We'll soon find out. Yeah, that looks interesting. She still looks a bit like she's, yeah, it's not a very, it looks interesting, folks. Looks a bit minimalist, if anything. It could work. I don't know how I'm going to get rid, it's grainy, that's the word, it's grainy. The image is too grainy for my liking. I don't want that. It's a bit grainy. Don't know what we're going to do about that graininess. It just happens in some images that they just get like that. That they just grain. I think it's because it's been enlarged. I think the enlargement might be partly responsible for it. The fact that we've enlarged it 400%. Yeah, that looks interesting. Maybe we could do something different. Wondering what we're going to do next. If we're going to just do the whole picture on the magazine. We might just do the magazine as we normally do it. Because sometimes I do this, folks. I choose the wrong path to take, and I now have to go and backtrack and change things a little. I think that's the right settings. We're going to go back to our magazine that we nearly consigned to the recycle bin. So Chanel's on the back. I'm thinking of doing that perhaps if this doesn't work. Chanel. Yeah, that's come up looking quite nice. That's better than I thought, so maybe this is the way to go. Not quite what I'm after, but I can see nice, yeah, it works well. It works better than I thought. I thought this was going to be a difficult one. So we're just going to put her up there like so, and we're going to slide her across. Yeah, that looks interesting. Wondering if maybe this part could be utilised and we can just take a section out of that. So that could be something we could do with this piece. I'm going to keep it on the side just in case I might need it again, because you just don't know, folks, how it's going to work. It's not an easy thing to control or to predict movement. So movement's a very dicey sort of a piece that you do. Movement can be extremely difficult to work with, but it can be very rewarding at the same time. So we're just going to switch it around. Going to make the enlargement to 145 there and 160. Yeah, she looks nice actually in this piece. Maybe I might have to move it across a little bit to get the head close to the top and maybe enlarge it more on the vertical, but she looks nice actually. Ah, fuck, I just lost control of my camera. I thought for a moment I accidentally pressed something I shouldn't have, but I didn't. I just slipped across the screen. Gets a bit hard sometimes holding this phone in my hand. Very difficult sometimes, especially when you've been doing this work for quite some time. It gets a bit heavy on the hand to do it. Gonna go 154. Yeah, that looks better. The head's in a better place. It's a little bit too close to the top, but I think that's acceptable, and we just got to enlarge it a bit more on the horizontal to get rid of that horrible edge. So it looks like it's going to work. No, we don't want that. 157 is what we're going for. I don't know why I decided to do that enlargement first, why I didn't try and just have a go at this instead, but I just did. Sometimes it works better to enlarge a section first, and in this case it didn't work. So this demo is going to be a little bit on the prolongated side, but at least I'll hopefully be happy with the end result. I'm really missing a loved one, folks, and I'm trying to get this work I do here on TV, on the primetime news channels, on the news, in the free-to-air world, where most of the action resides, because it's free-to-air that has, the commercial television, folks, the commercial stuff. That's where the action is. That's where you can get your stuff properly aired, instead of it just being, well, social media has a place, and social media is a huge important ingredient in my work. In fact, once I'm finished running these demos, they'll go straight up to YouTube, and I have a total of 10 separate different video hosting sites that I use to get my stuff further afield, not just in Australia, on Australian TV or Sydney TV. I do want it to go viral. I want this to be a real love story between me and my partner Luigi. So I'm trying my best to get this stuff out there. Anyway, that's come up looking quite a treat. I think now I can call this prolongated demo quits.